Hi friends, welcome to Sailing Liberty.
We're really glad you're back.
Hey, the kitchen remodeling is done and Dad said, hey, let's go to paddleboarding.
You know what? We got to get a base tan and get in shape because life on the boat, they say, is rough. But in the harbor, nothing goes faster than the crew. They get weak and they get flabby. And we got to get it back in action because we got a big voyage ahead. But until then, let's get around and get some exploring in and see what this harbor is really all about, up close and personal.
Oh yeah.
That's today on Sailing Liberty.
The salt air smells great. I'm finally back on a health kick and working on paddling every day. Not only is it good for core strength, also balance and agility. Your brain's working overtime when you're staying balanced on this thing. And the best advice I ever heard on this is to think of your paddle as your cane or your stick or your crutch. You feel like you're losing power, you're gonna lose your balance, paddle. Dive right in and paddle. And that was the best advice. I think it's psychological and practical.
This is good to get a base tan before we get to the tropics where the sun's even hotter.
Look at the Liberty. So majestic. A great boat.
She's chomping at her bridles to get moving. That makes two of us. Probably three. Maybe even more. You can't even remember how good it is and how much you like it till you're doing it. And then you're like, whew, this is good. So let's get bored and let's paddle.
A good workout and it lifts the spirits. Adds a little work to the list though. It looks like Helen's got a little damage there on her stand-up paddleboard. These are inflatable and I think it got a little hole poked in it at one point in one of the storms.
Dad is taking the old fender holders and test out if we can try to turn them into a paddleboard holder.
You leave your paddleboards trailing behind the mothership, they end up growing a ring on them. Yes, I broke the drill bit off. Didn't even realize it at first. And hey, no good deed goes unpunished. There are no 5-minute jobs. I should try to stay focused on what I'm actually here to do, but now I'm on this project and I'm gonna stick with it.
Can you drill the drill bit out or
Not
no?
really. It's like sticking up and
You need needle nose.
and it's hard. No, I'm getting hold of it here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dad got a wife and free driving lessons for life. So I have in these 6 years learned a lot from Dad and now I'm teaching him.
Some people call it second guessing,
Okay.
but that would imply that I'm guessing right off the beginning. But I do appreciate your kind attention to detail.
Input.
Input.
The peanut gallery.
These trade winds just keep coming, and there's no crossing the Gulf with these contrary winds. You got the Gulf Stream going east and north, and you got the winds coming down from the north and the east. So that's going to raise a high sea, and that's exactly when you don't cross the Gulf Stream. It's been blowing like this for a week, more, I'm not sure. And now they're talking about one more cold front coming through next week. So I guess this will lead right into that cold front, and hoping that'll be the end of winter around here. All right, it's a real simple little idea. And we're just gonna put these hooks on here with a couple of hose clamps, and that way Helen and I can jump in here and pull up our paddle boards whenever we are done paddling. Let's just see what we can do. It's a work in progress. Probably work, probably be a good idea. Who knows?
Wow, this lifeline is really rickety.
Yeah, we rebedded this one at one point, but it's got to get the full treatment.
Oh, it folds.
Yeah. All right.
One of the excellent ideas.
That's the basic idea. Gonna pre-rig a couple of snap claps on a couple of shorties here, so I can just pull this right in, clipped in like that. Oh, that's what we'll do right there.
Awesome.
Gonna be easier. One person can quickly bring the paddleboard aboard, get her out of the water, because we are developing a bit of growth there. And every day we can paddle, and every day we can pull them on board. Just like that.
When you live on a sailboat, it means the space is tight, really tight. And when you travel around, the fresh food is hard to come by. I'm gonna thank Mark and Laura. You sent us very mindful present. We have been doing sprouting previously, but we stopped. So now we're gonna start sprouting again and figure out our fresh food supply when we travel around. Whoop. I choose the radishes. It came with the startup kit. I can try with the different seeds, but radishes are my really favorite vegetable. In Estonia we used to put them on the black bread with some butter in the, like this was like one of the first vegetable that came out from my grandma's garden. So now we're gonna grow our own. It's a tight space and it takes around 3 to 5 days to do the sprouts, maybe a bit more depending. And first thing, I'm gonna cover them with the water and let them sprout or soak overnight, and tomorrow I'm gonna change the water, and it's gonna be a process we're gonna do together. Okay, I'm gonna fill up the water in our new sink. Here they are. And now I'm gonna put them in the dark corner. They don't want too much light because they might turn bitter, and we're gonna change the water tomorrow. Now it's the waiting game, and next time we're gonna try some other sprouts and can compare the flavors. Let me know if you guys sprout and what are your tips and tricks. And thank you, Mark and Laura. Very cool.
There is a reason for it. It might just be madness to the method. I don't know which, but it's one or the other. But for now, let's go ahead and, in a way, kind of finish up the kitchen project by installing this leftover scrap of PVC board as a temporary hatch replacement, like we talked about before, finally getting it slapped in here, because this is the trim-ins from that project, so it becomes this project, and this is a real quick project, so we'll just get it done real quick before going on to another big project or continuing finishing up with a project already started earlier. But for now, let's do this project. Try to stay focused.
Right now we're gonna do the PVC board, and somewhere down the line when we have more funds we're gonna do the proper switch and restoration, but right now we don't have neither funds or time to do it before we leave.
Fits. Somebody really did a nice job cutting this. God bless them. Helps out, you know, when you get a little help around here. All right, not bad, not too shabby. I think that's pretty good. Now I'm thinking, pre-drilling always improves your strength, lessens the chance of cracking the material. Less holes in the old frame, less damage in the old frame, and when we come back to redo this for real nice, we'll still have only one set of screw holes in it.
Good old call it done repair.
Hey, it's cheap, Guess this piece is worth about 20 bucks because the 4x2 foot piece was 40 bucks. Half of it went onto the shelf and half of it went here, 20 bucks.
Lexington would cost a lot, and we would postpone again our departure because it will take time to do it properly. So it's gonna be a quick job for now, and I'm gonna give up my drive for perfection because I'm a perfectionist and I always want the things done perfectly. So it's give and take. We're gonna travel before, since this project is not done perfectly, but we're gonna do it somewhere in Colombia or wherever we go, maybe in Panama. I think they have some Lexington there.
Yeah.
Good old call it done production. Call it done. It's good enough.
That's it, baby. I think the seagulls agree.
Oh yeah. Somebody's feeding them.
Oh
They
boy.
call them flying rats.
Please don't feed the rats. We got this stove for $1, and it turned out it had a couple things it needed. So we fixed them. It had a hinge that was missing some screws. We got it cleaned up. We got some of the trim put back on. Real nice, cleaned it up, and now we're flipping it. We're selling it to another sailor for a good price, and we're glad to do it because one hand washes the other. And here we go. Let's go meet the guy and get it over to him. Let's hit it. I think we're running late. Cast off forward, please.
We're all casted off. This is exciting day for our family. We're gonna sell the stove, and it took a pretty long time for me to clean it with the oven cleaner, like a couple of weeks, but the stove looks awesome. I got all the old grease off, and then we're gonna go to store and buy some food before all the food prices go sky high, because gas prices already are.
Mõistke mehed, noored, teadke naised targad, mis seal meie õue all, meri meie õue all.
That's all they have.
Sold out already.
We got the food for $100 and did talk with every single person he saw in the store
I see people I know.
and the people he didn't know. Really happy that we got a bunch of food before the prices go up.
Eggs and butter.
And if they don't go up, we're just gonna eat it like nothing ever happened.
Yeah. Can't go wrong. Oh, actually you could. So.
You have to be proactive, not reactive.
Proactive means doing things before you have a reason to, because you think you might have a reason to at some point, and then sitting pretty when that reason comes along.
Yeah, that's why we bought the sailboat in 2020.
Yeah, and why not throw a couple of roasts in the freezer and a few extra 4 pounds of butter? You never know what could go down.
Easy on the eggs.
Tapre silma peal, last tapre silma peal. nagu kulda mööda, teine lõksub lõuendi taha.
The practical way to get this stove level, because we want it to be level for cooking, because Helen wants her oil that she's cooking in to be level across the bottom of the pan. And if she wants to tilt it, she'll do that. But in the meantime, when it's sitting on stovetop, as level as possible. So we're going to start with a pan on top of the stove, and by moving it fore and aft, athwartship actually, we're going to find out where level is to the pot of liquid. And I think we found it.
Looks good. Water is not on one side. You don't want to have oil on one side. It's covering the whole pan. Ah! It went through.
It's hollow in there. See that?
Yeah.
Why is it not matching?
I bought this big piece of chuck roast, 3.5 pounds, and the pound price is $7.99. I'm gonna dab it nice and dry. It's really hard for me to do this tonight because I'm fasting. So I really want to eat it, and in my mind I'm fantasizing about oatmeal cookies and how to mix it with caramel.
Ooh,
Wow!
now we're all fantasizing the same way.
So scientific. So these are my thoughts, but it's gonna be tomorrow's lunchtime meal, and it's gonna be fantastic. Unfortunately, it's again humid in here, so the salt grinder doesn't want to work.
The night was sultry. It's a big piece of meat.
Yeah.
He couldn't think of the first line of his novel. Eventually he thought of it, and the first line turned out to be, "The night was moist."
That's the worst line
Genius. He had a breakthrough, and that was the end of the movie. And salt isn't bad for you. Anyway,
the next step is organic ground pepper, the rosemary. The meat is seasoned, classic way, and now I'm gonna put it in the fridge and leave it uncovered because I want it to be dry. Oh, fridge came open. This is heavy. That's our fridge lid, and sometimes it gets stuck and we have to like manhandle it.
heavy, that's for sure.
Yeah.
In it goes.
On a sailboat you have to plan how you open and close the fridge, because you can't waste electricity, and sometimes you can't run fridge as much, especially when it rains. Then we run it only in daytime, and at night we save the electricity, so you have to plan out when you open and close the fridge. So now the meat gonna stay there marinating until tomorrow, and tomorrow we're gonna do a beef roast beef.
Stop talking about it.
Oh my gosh.
That's tomorrow.
That's tomorrow.
Whew.
I'm preheating the oven.
And there it is. Looks great.
It's on. I'm not used to it yet, so. Okay, I'm gonna put it 400 degrees Fahrenheit and 210 degrees Celsius. This is how it, and it locks. I don't like gristle in my steak or in my roast, but I do like the bacon. So I'm gonna cut off this fat chunk, and I use it to create the oil, and it becomes bacon crisps. And if I don't have enough fat, thank you, Brad, for avocado oil. Thank you so much. Brad sent us 4 bottles of avocado oil, and Laura's radish seeds have been plumping up. So now what I do, I'm gonna pour it, fill it with the water, and then I'm gonna pour it away again, right?
That's right. You can give it a little rinsing and then soak them again. There's your smoke. There's your avocado oil.
Always lay it off from you. High heat.
She's a hot one.
Woo. Now, okay, it's in the oven for some time.
All right. Let's have a look here. Ooh.
Wow.
Wow. Hot and heavy. You know, I don't want to take any chances because, you know, chicks always burn themselves in the kitchen. I don't know why. Jump in and give a hand because sure beats the alternative.
In the meanwhile, I'm gonna do a garlic butter.
What?
A spicy one.
Ooh, even better than Applebee's.
Let's cut it up the meat.
Always leave the pot holder around that hot handle. Oh yeah.
Hey,
Nouveau French.
such a tiny piece.
One bite for you.
Oh, la la. It's ready. Yeah, this bon appetit. It's ready to eat.
Oh.
Ted's and Helen's excellent adventures in cuisine. This is my first time doing the roast. So good.
That's not your mama's roast beef. If only she knew. Baby, well done. You win again, Helen. Champion of the world. The new stove and the new oven makes all the difference in the world.
The radish seeds have been soaking enough. I'm gonna pour the water off. Excellent nutritional value. Making the nutrients to increase, it's extremely important for my body and your body.
Land or sea, nutrition matters. Woohoo.
Yeah, we are doing our health kick on Liberty. Sometimes we party, sometimes we're healthy. This week we're healthy.
How about it? Low impact every day. It adds up. Before you know it, I'll be back in shape again and ready for the high seas. Now we're going to hopscotch right back to the checkerboard and let's pop out the dry fitted gutter and get it plumbed in and ready for water flow. Well, that is a tight fit, which is just fine by me. I got it?
Yeah.
Thank you, sweetie. Thinking the drain is going to go something like that, straight behind here, inside this rung. That way we can put a strain relief on, and it's going to lead directly into our water tank right here if we wanted to, or into our water bladder or whatever. So our trough is about 10 inches. We're going to come about 7 inches in. Good. Time to drill.
Oi, maybe you go reverse. Could that help?
Ooh, that is one of our favorite new tricks, isn't it? Nice, good call, Helen. The old reverse trick. Soft metal, big hole saw, start out in reverse, maybe go the whole way in reverse. Ooh. All right, that was conservative and careful because we got a lot invested in this beautiful piece, and now we got a hole in it. All right, let's see what's what. Let's try this on for size. I hope it's the right size. Standard kitchen sink size, 3.5 inch, just like your kitchen sink at home, pretty much everywhere. Oh yeah, look at that. You know, you gotta love it when a plan comes together. And then, boom, right in it goes. That's drawing up really nice and tight. Oh yeah, rock solid. And then we just got a basic brass tailpiece on here. I guess we're gonna have to get some hose to attach to this tailpiece that'll lead directly to the water tank. And whatever other fittings we figure out are gonna be useful to take this water free from heaven and put it right to use on the boat. With this and the water maker, which we're in the process of getting fired up, back to that project and the hopscotch here in a second. Checkers, not chess. And we're gonna have 2 ways to get water right out on the hook wherever we may be. This is great. All right, I think that's gonna put a button on it. Next thing I gotta do is jump on and start cleaning up the surfaces where I'm gonna put the food grade silicone and seal everything in from this flange to this drain and right down to the tank. Gotta put the end caps on too.
Gonna put some avocado oil in. It has a high smoke point and this stove is cranking down. Wow, that's such a nice stove.
Oh baby, it's a hot one.
I get the thick part of the roast rare, raw almost, and now I can fry it without overcooking it.
That's what you want. Searing hot. Right in with the eggs.
Awesome. It's almost Gordon Ramsay eggs. He has a couple of tricks he said makes a big difference. Oh, look at that. He said use the spatula and that makes a whole difference too.
It's like a little squeegee.
I scrambled on the pan.
It's a silicone spatula.
Got the salt, it was next to my pillow.
What was it doing in there? Helen never has enough salt in her food. I used to never salt food. I thought salt was bad. But now I know it's important for every bit of your biology.
Okay.
Plenty of salt makes it delicious and healthy.
I don't want to overcook the eggs. Garlic, chili pepper, and parsley.
High fat, high protein. Is there some spices in there? Oh, you still got some pink.
Wow, perfect.
Yeah.
I love it when the plan comes together.
You're a Hannibal. Helen, thank you for always making me nutritious food. It goes a long way towards keeping my spirits, my strength, and my health in alignment. And I don't mind if I do. Let's have a taste.
Perfect.
Second time cooking, it makes it so much more flavorful.
And the eggs, Gordon Ramsay eggs, really fluffy and creamy.
Well, Gordon Ramsay style is the style I like. You know, we really appreciate you guys watching. It's been a long number of shows since we asked to make sure you're subscribed. Most people aren't. So I know it's kind of like seems unnecessary, but things are changing in YouTube. And please subscribe. And it's been even longer since we asked you to hit the bell notification, because I have personal friends who are asking me when I'm going to make another show. And I'm like, we make a show every week and it's not coming up in their feed, and they watch every episode. So the bell notification might fix that. We don't know with all the changes, but just go ahead, give it a try.
Yeah, we got it in YouTube among the creators. It's a YouTube view apocalypse. It happened in August, and after that things have been tough. But luckily we had you, Computer Club, and Tom and everyone.
Patreons, patrons of the arts. That's what keeps it going, because
that's why we haven't quit.
Yeah, that's why we haven't quit. So there's also Patreon. Please jump on. We'll talk about that, of course, going forward. To remind you next time, but in any way, thanks for watching.
See you next time
on Sailing Liberty.